Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build model kits and spend some time with you. It's Valentine's Day, and so we're going to work on the Love Phantom in just a minute. We're going to give folks a few moments to jump in here. If you're a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emote there in the chat. Harold, thank you for hosting. Always appreciated, Harold. And thanks to everybody who is hanging out with me tonight on a Thursday, fine Thursday evening. Yeah, we're going to build a model kit, hang out. Ultron, hello. Because it's Valentine's Day, we are working on the Love Phantom, which is a fun little kit. Very recent, 2018 kit. And then we will jump back and finish up the Gundam Nataku, which I have over here. We still have to build the waist for the Nataku. Mr. Bob's here in the chat as well. Hello, Mr. Bob. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we've got a kit to build here. I'm excited to work on it. It is a 144 scale, the 1/144 high grade. Which, hey, we don't do a lot of high grades on here, although we just did a high grade. We'll go back to it. And we almost never do the 1/4 scale unless we're doing real grades. So that's just kind of mix things up, but it's called, well, there's two reasons we do it. Lashbrook's here. Hello, Lashbrook. There's two reasons why we're doing this kit tonight. One, we're doing it because it says love in it, and it's Valentine's Day, so we're going to do that. And the other reason why we're doing it is because it has a scythe. You can't see it right now because of that. We'll go to the overhead so you can see. Look at that. It's got a scythe. And you may know this about this stream, this channel. We build death scythes. So if it's got a scythe, we're building it. But yeah, it's going to be a small kit. Like, let's look at this. Here's some of our 1/100 scale. Here is what the 1/4 scale chest looks like. Like, this is most of the body. Comparatively, this is going to be a small kit. But I'm excited to build it. And I hope you're excited to watch and hang out with me. Hopefully more folks will join us tonight. If not, that's okay. I'll be a broken record about it. My next build stream is tomorrow. I'm doing a build stream tomorrow as well as today. Because on Saturday, instead of building like we normally do on a Saturday, I'm going to watch the Anime Awards. And I'm going to stream it on my channel because they allow for co-streaming of the awards. Crunchyroll allows for that. And I'm going to be doing commentary over the awards. And we'll just kind of hang out. I might even, this is nuts, I might even snack a little bit on the stream. Of course, hitting the mute button. But I might have some snacks and watch. But that's going to be Saturday. So tomorrow we will do a build stream, even though we normally don't build on Fridays. Because I still want to get you those hours of quality building from me, Pat Baer, that y'all deserve. Got to give you 6 hours of building a week, so we're going to do that. Thanks to everybody that popped in last night. Last night I did a very short stream. It's unarchived. It only existed for people that were there. And it was just honestly me testing some settings, right? I was just going through some settings, trying to get a vibe on doing that kind of a co-stream. I was watching some of Starcade, which was on Shout Factory, and it did. Someone mentioned in the chat, I forget who, I apologize, I don't remember, was like, I want to see you do this. And so that might be something we do on occasion. If I'm feeling like doing an extra stream, but I don't want to, play a game or something, maybe I'll do, turn on Shout Factory and do some kind of quick, hangout for a couple hours, and just kind of talk over some stuff and hang out with everybody. That might be something we can do because that was fun. That was pretty fun. It was like a good game to talk over. or a good show to talk over. But yeah, I had a good time doing that, so I might do that again. I don't know. I love this purple. So this kit is from, what is it from? It's from Build Divers. So as you know, the Build series is the Build series is the idea of that is that it's they take Gundams. It's like a show within a show, or like the Gundam universe exists in that universe as like a product. So they take popular Gundams and customize them for battling. So you get to see things like we worked on the Astray Red, but our Sengoku Astray, which is the Sengoku, or was the Astray, but like very modified. And that's the same thing with this kit. This kit is like a heavily modified custom kit. Divers is a VR MMO. See, I didn't know that, Mr. Bob. Thank you. I knew it was a build series. I didn't know that Divers was an MMO. That's interesting. Okay. They pilot their Gundams. They build in the game. Awesome to hear. That's rad. But yeah, this kit has a scythe. So it's like it's a Gundam Seed kit with a lot of modifications, and it has a scythe. So we were gonna build it. Mr. Bob says, I know you don't do many high grades, but the Moon Gundam is 0 stickers and 0 polycap. Ooh. And Lashbrook says, I really want to get the Moon Gundam, but Backlog says no. Well, I am going to go and check that out on Amazon for a second and see that Moon Gundam. Moon Gundam. That is the high grade, 144 scale Moon Gundam. Currently free shipping. Well, that's going to end up on my wish list. Going to add that to the old wish list. It'll be there. Of course, I'll talk about my list later. I added that pretty recently. There are a few kits that got added to the list. I get paid tomorrow, and I don't know for sure, folks. But right now, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is on sale, and it's also on Amazon Prime. So I might get that this weekend, but I also, because I would like to build that. I don't know for sure. Hello, Hygarian. Hygarian bought this kit. I'm so glad you're here for this stream, Hygarian. Because you are the reason we're building this, because you bought this off my wish list really quickly after I put it up. It was not up that long. But that's rad. So thank you so much for doing that. Because this kit is going to be fun to build. I'm glad you could be here, Hygarian. But yeah, this kit is, like I said, it's the 144 scale. It is a high grade. These are two things we normally don't build. We normally only build the high grades if it is a Gundam Wing kit that doesn't exist, any other way for a reasonably price, and because we want to build all the reasonably priced. That's what I meant to say. But this kit is, it's not a death scythe, but it does have a scythe, so we're building it. It really does feel like a death scythe anyway, so I'm not mad about that. Harold's here. Of course, Harold is hosting the stream, which is always appreciated. Thank you very much, Harold. See, 23 and 22. Yeah, this kit should come together pretty easy. As always, the high grades aren't usually too challenging, especially in this scale. There are going to be some small pieces to deal with. That's probably our biggest thing. A scythe of not death. Yeah, it's still a beam scythe, but it might not be a death scythe. But like, hey, I'm still gonna build it, Like, oh, weird. It's still a thing that, like, once I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to get that. Also, it's really appropriate for today because it is the Love Phantom. We could have theoretically built something from from G Gundam, either the Rising or Shining Gundam, for the King of Hearts uh, Domon. But I felt like this was an appropriate kit to build since I had it, it'd been sent to me. Felt like a kit that we should build. Got the L11 over here. Yeah, it felt like a thing that we should put together on the stream. I hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Thanks for everybody that's joining me here on the stream. Always appreciate it. Happy to have you here. Should mention that if you are a subscriber that uses your Twitch Prime coin, you have to manually renew that. We had a lot of gifts about a month ago because, as folks may remember, a month ago I got laid off. Oh, and Robot Crank just subscribed using Twitch Prime. That's 5 months in a row on a 5-month streak. We can see that there. And, we're going to get a follow here. That is Maximum Snorlax now following. So one, let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there for Robot Crank for giving me the 5 months using the Twitch Prime coin. Always appreciate it. And then also, let's give a shout out to Maximum Snorlax for what is one of the best Twitch names I've ever seen. No joke. This stream knows I am a big Snorlax fan, and that is a fucking great name. Erisafan is in the chat. Hello and welcome. Glad to have you here. But yeah, that's a dope-ass, great-ass, cool-ass name. So, good job to everybody. Everyone's doing pretty great. But yeah, thanks, Robot Crank, for continuing that subscription because, about a month ago, we had a big bump in gifts. People were gifting a lot of, we had hit 150 streams, build streams. So that got a bunch of people helping out each other and giving the gift of subscriptions, which was really nice. But that ends, and some people don't continue it. So Snorlax are the best Pokemon. I've got a lot of Pokemon that I love. Snorlax is a top tier. It depends. I fluctuate. Hariyama is top tier as well. Hariyama sometimes is my favorite Pokemon. Makuhita, Hariyama. Love them. I like a big goof, so I am obviously super in favor of, let's see here, what do I need? E, there's B, great. Super in favor of Snorlax, big Snorlax fan. Snorlax rules. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, a lot of real good Pokemon out there. Ditto. Ditto's a good Pokemon. Ditto's an interesting Pokemon. Very unique, obviously. Probably a better in concept than in, playing the game kind of a Pokemon. Unless you're trying to breed a bunch of Pokemon, in which case, Ditto is great. Ditto as Snorlax. Okay, all right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I can see it. There's something about that I don't hate. B14. There's a figure out there I saw at an anime store, and it was a Ditto version, because usually when they do Dittos as an action figure or as a plushie, they have a Ditto face, but then the body of another Pokemon. It was a Ditto Mimikyu, and that is so far removed from because Mimikyu is already a poor attempt to look like a Pikachu, and then Ditto is an odd face version of a Mimikyu, and it's too many steps removed. It literally becomes its own thing, completely questionable own thing, and it was pretty spectacular. It was very expensive, so I did not buy it because I liked the idea, but it was pricey. C4. Got some gold on this kit, which is cool. Always nice. But yeah, I was saying before, we're on the road back up to our high numbers, We hit over 70 at one point, which was incredible. I understand that, when people are gifted accounts, they're not necessarily incentivized to continue on their own, and I respect that and understand that. I wish they would, more of them would, but I get why they wouldn't. All right. Oh, that's overhang some. Okay, that makes sense. There's some overhang on this, which you can see there, which I didn't quite understand. But yeah, this thing's coming together pretty good. One might say this purple and red are clashing and not good. I don't necessarily love the clashing of it. I think as a bigger piece, it'll work better. But just together, it does look a little bad. But that's our body. We can put that aside now. So you influenced me enough that my friends and I went out to my first couple of comedy shows at Second City. Very funny, awesome improv. Second City's a great place to go, Hygarian. Congratulations on going and seeing some comedy. Yeah, Second City is like like there's a reason they have the status they have of their shows. Like very crowd pleasing, like that's their MO, and that's what they're very good at. So yeah, I think you made it a solid choice. And especially if they're doing the Second City model, which the Second City model I think is incredibly interesting, where they take like they're doing like improv, but they're also totally okay with kind of premising like ideas, because the idea for Second City, their kind of model is improv as a means to generate ideas and concepts to then write them as sketches. So sometimes they, have a thing where they're like, oh, I really want to do an improv scene with this criteria so that I can work out this idea I've had. And I think that's an interesting idea, the Second City method. I've always liked that idea. Harold says, I say this because I am excited, not to freak anyone out. 6 weeks until PAX East. Twitch Hygarian says, yay, PAX. Yes, indeed. I have work to do. I'm sorry, I gotta go there. No problem at all. Just checking my email. It's coming in on my phone. I have work to do for PAX East. There are things that need to happen. My business partner, Aaron Trites. Oh, Durman667. Thank you very much for following. Really appreciate that. Make sure people are setting their notifications so they know when I'm streaming. Because I always have a live notification that goes up when I stream. So appreciate that. All right, we're putting some eyes on here. One of the things that's kind of fun is there's 3 stickers on this kit, and 2 of them are just green, and then the whole piece is green. So you really have to kind of like look for them on it. But yeah, we got to put some eyes on this thing. We went to training center to see the amateur improv group. I think amateur is the right term. I saw Second City touring perform back when I was in college. Yeah, Hygarian, I forget some of the terms. Now, at training center, you may have seen a student show. You may have seen like a student performance instead of amateur or like non-main stage stuff. But especially at a place like Second City, you got a lot of really good improvisers training there. People that learned improv other places that are going like that. Same thing, kind of like when a lot of people end up at UCB, they've had some prior training. Not everyone, but some people. So sometimes if you see a high-level student show, that could be really fulfilling and good. Yeah, not the main stage. It's house ensemble. Yeah, house ensemble is like, yeah, that is people that have been training there for a while that are just starting to make like their first shows, like big shows. Derv says I had to poke my head into the bear cave and see what's up. Well, I'm building model kit here, working on the Love Phantom. You can see on the photos there on the left and right. I'm trying to apply a sticker. I don't normally build 144 scale, which this is, or high grades, which this is. I do more high grades than I do 144. But it is the Love Phantom, and as I said, it has a scythe, and this is a pro Death Scythe stream. We have built every version, every incarnation of the Death Scythe possible. Um, and so since we've done that, now we have to expand our programming to also include doing kits that also have a scythe in them. Got to keep it going. Hungarian, I'm talking late 90s, early 2000s. I forgot where exactly. Oh yeah, that Second City's touring group in college, Harold. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Second City's touring company, Improv Olympics touring company. These are some of the only ways for improvisers to get paid to do improv on the road. There are a few touring companies that still exist. Honestly, the best way for someone who's focused on improv to make money in this world is is literally to go to the Netherlands and do Boom Chicago. Boom Chicago is like an English language improv show. There's some short form, there's some long form. It's for tourists that are looking for entertainment that is in English in the Netherlands, and or folks that speak English that are just looking, locals that just want to see a good show. And that is like one of the best ways for just a pure improviser to earn money. I have not tried Tetris 99. I currently don't have a Switch. My roommate does, but I do not. I am planning on checking it out at some point. I like the idea. I think it's fun to watch. I fully support it, but yeah, haven't checked it out myself. I like the idea of, announce it now and it's out. I'm always in favor of that, especially, a free game, because, obviously that game doesn't work if a bunch of people aren't around to play it. So, folks that would be interested in playing something new and interesting for their Switch were probably watching that direct. So, that's a really smart thing. And then hopefully word of mouth spreads and people check it out. But yeah, I mean, everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people were like, oh, and they just went into it. Lastbrook says, I only played a handful of games. I got second place in my first one, and then it was downhill from there. Yeah, I understand. As people start to figure that out and figure out, how to target people, who to target, if they should target back the person targeting them, there's a lot of, people are going to start figuring that part out, and then, what makes this tick and what makes this version, and all that other stuff, Zandra's here. Hello, Zandra. Happy to have you here in the Bear Cave. If you're a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emotes in there because Alexander is the reason why we have them. Dur got first in Tetris 99. Congratulations. But yes, Zandra is the designer of both of my emotes, which is fantastic of her. Thank you so much, Alexandra, for that. All right. There's that there. All right, we got to do 2 more stickers. And then we'll be done with stickers. There's only 3 stickers on this kit, which is great because if you watched my stream on Monday, you saw the Nadaku, which had a ton of stickers. Xander says I'm getting real deep into Lego. Hello and welcome to Legoland. I haven't done Lego in a while. So for folks that are kind of new to the channel, I always talk about, in the middle, I will promote my wish list, which is all model kits that folks can, and model kits and Lego sets and stuff like that people can buy, and then I'll build them on the stream, like this kit, what Hungarian picked up. And my thing is that's anytime anybody buys anything, it skips the line. Well, that means that I don't buy Legos, that I haven't been able to build a Lego set because everyone who's been gracious enough to buy model kits for me off my wish list has been buying model kits and not Lego sets. So I haven't been able to build a Lego set in a while. So that's, kind of a bummer. Hey, Matt Fisher, hello. You're putting the kids to bed, but saw you on. Rock on. Well, thank you so much for jumping in, Matt. I'm happy to have you here. Um, yeah, we're building a love phantom because it's Valentine's Day. Uh, but yeah, happy to have you here in the chat. Oh, nice surprise. Um, so we're applying stickers here. I'll show that in the overhead because you won't be able to see it on my camera because they are green stickers. And the green screen does not like green stickers. Does not like green anything, basically. Oop, real careful there. Okay, here we go. All right. Put that in, and we go. But yeah, so I have some Lego sets to build, and I love building Lego, but I have not been able to because so many wonderful people have bought me model kits to build, some Gundam and such. So hopefully soon I'll be able to do Lego. Last one we did was the Space Shuttle, the 3-in-1, which are the first Creator Club kit. So you can see over here, hey look, there's some green, and then there's a little green in the back here. Green sticker. And those are stickers. And that's it for stickers. Durr says, we watched the new Lego movie yesterday and immediately went out and got some of the minifigs. Hell yeah. I have not seen the second Lego movie. I don't go to the movie theater that often. Really enjoyed the first one. And then people I know, sort of well, did some voices in that movie, so which is incredible. Mostly songs, but a few other things too, and that rules. So I should go see it, but have not yet. All right, and we got to do K 12. All right, we're moving along. We're almost done with the head here. I knew this would be a pretty simple kit because it is, the 144 scale high grade, but there's still a few there's still a few details that are pretty cool, including this crown here. Crown in. I'm interested in that movie, says Xandra. Yeah, I am as well. I don't know when I'm going to see it, but it might be my plane to ride to Seattle later this year. It might be when I see it. I don't know. I may run out of impulse bought Sweet Mayhem ship. All right, I like that. It's about as good as the first one, says Durr. Well, that's great. I think because it's such a late reveal, the reveal in the first movie, which I'm not here to spoil things, but that reveal is, I think, underrated because maybe because it comes so late, but I think it's really good. I'm a big fan of it. All right, so we finished the head. We finished the body here. We're going to attach the head to the body. Look at that. There it is. Yeah. And now we can move on and work on the right arm. Okay, so we need 3. So they're going to start with the right arm and do the exact same thing with the left arm, which, it's not a lot of pieces, so it's not that bad. I9 and I8 into J. I'm just going to move this over here, I think. We'll do J1 here. And then I need I. And E, B. What is this? This is going to be I. Nope, it's A. E. Right, there we go. I. Okay. Go there. Just put it there. Nice. I'm eyeballing the. Oh, it says Block Samurai. I'm eyeballing the Queen. Whatever want to be set. Oh yeah, I'll have to look at them. I haven't really looked at the movie sets. The Lego, as folks know, that I've been eyeing are the Overwatch Lego sets because those look very cool. The Reinhardt and a Diva set looks particularly interesting to me. um, more so than other sets. So I would be up for picking that up at some point. I might just have to get those because they look very cool. J10. But yeah, I haven't really looked at the movie sets. And of course, there's only one more dragon, the Dragon God Ninjago set. The Bastion set is rad. Yeah, the Bastion set looks cool too. I have that on yeah. Like there's a couple those sets do look cool, and I am certainly interested in them. Um, but yeah, I have my eye on those. Then yeah, the Ultra God from Ninjago. Still like to build that at some point. I have some Marvel or not Star Wars, some Marvel Lego to build, including the Hulkbuster Iron Man set that looks really cool. I'd like to get that. I'd like to build that at some point, but right now it's just waiting in the wings for me to have the time to build it. Because we will be doing this Love Phantom. We're gonna finish Love Phantom, and then when we finish Love Phantom, we're gonna finish up the Nadaku, which we started on Monday and are almost done. Have very little left to build. The Waste, put it all together, and then uh, the Trident, and then we're done there. You wanted the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. Ooh, yeah, that does sound cool. Yeah, I have a few Lego sets. I also have the Mech Knight, which is from like it's like a tech wizard. There was a line that they were doing, and it's just a giant mech, but it's made out of Lego, and it's like a knight. And I was like, oh, why haven't I built that yet? So I have that waiting in the wings as well. I got some good Lego kits coming up. What I might do is, so we're going to finish this. We're going to do the Nanaku. Astray Red frame is the next kit because that came from Alex Navarro. Picked that kit up, which is fucking rad of him. So we got to build that because it came off the wish list. But once my wish list stuff, once I'm caught up and I'm done with wish list things, which will be fairly soon, and I can go into my backlog, I might just do like a bunch of Lego. Like I might just be like, hey. So my $10 folks that don't know, my $10 Patreon supporters get to vote on what kits I build next. Is like my thank you for them for doing the $10. So I might just put up a poll of all the Lego sets I have waiting to build and let them pick one of those because I think that would be fun. Because it's been a little bit since we did Lego. The Wolf Giveth, indeed. Yeah, Alex picked up 2 kits for me. And that is the other one that we haven't built yet. So we got to build that soon because he picked it up, which is rad of him. Even though, yeah, then we can kind of compare and contrast because I still have it. We can pull out the Sengoku Astray Red and compare it with the Astray Red frame, which I think will be kind of neat to be able to compare and contrast those 2 kits, since the one has a base of the other one. Funzy, says the Block Samurai. Indeed. Finally got my pick a brick order. Time to make custom buildings. Heck yeah. Dur, I understood you meant the wolf when you said the wolf. I got that, but yes, it's always good to, make sure people understand what you're saying. All right, we need E111. Just here, which is where our hand is going to go in our arm here. And then we're going to put some armor over it. We need a 130, which is purple here. So I like this purple. I think I said that before. Maybe I didn't really delve into it too much, but I do like this purple. I think it's a good color. Nice and bright. I think purple is overlooked. Obviously, the Epion is maroon, and I'm a big Epion fan, so it's nice to have a little bit of color in a kit like that. I think orange is probably the most like underutilized color in Gundams, or in all of Gunpla, I should say. Harold, good night. See you soon, friend. Oh, that is a nice purple. Yeah, I think so. So obviously my lighting is a little odd because of the green screen stuff. I'm always a little more washed out. So like the purple you can see right here on the end versus the purple you can see here. Like because I don't have an even spread of light, and for the back, uh, and because I'm not great at doing this stuff, like my lighting is always a little odd for green screen, but it feels important to do the green screen stuff. Uh, Speaking of buildings, I want that Ideas Fishing Shack. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Um, Oh, the ship in a bottle block. I've seen that. So people I know have made that. The one kit I'm waiting for it to come down in price a little bit. It's not on Amazon, but I've been following it on other sites. Is there's a ideas that is a pop-up book, and it literally looks like a book, and you open it, and then things pop like it's a working pop-up book, and that kit looks so great that I've been keeping my eye on it. Um, but yeah, it's not on Amazon. Usually the Creator Club are rarely on Amazon, which is fine. Yeah, the pop-up book looks great. A friend of mine, Chris, shout out to Chris Scott, doing his thing, being a good dude. Chris had got that kit and put it on Instagram, and I was like, no, I want it. I don't want you to. I know I do want him to have it, but I also wanted to have it. All right, so we need I for putting some armor on our kit. Then we need C1. It's B. That's J. That's A. That's K. Here's C1. Great. Oh. That thing is magic. Yeah, it really, really is. It's just a really lovely kit. The pop-up book. It just looks very, very cool. Yeah, so sooner or later I'll end up with that, but it's probably down the road a ways. I see Lego Ideas pop up on Amazon. Yeah, Robot Crank, they do now and again. Lego Ideas and the Creators Club stuff does appear there. It's not that frequent, but it does. I try to keep an eye on it. Because I like the kits they make, so try to keep my eyes open when I can. Alright, and then this has got to go like this. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. And then this goes in here. Alright, great. Look at that. Getting some armor going on here on this hand. We need A7 and A8. And as always, I'm a broken record on this. We're learning about how this kit, this side of the arm works, and that'll just make doing the other arm that much faster because we'll have a good baseline. The only idea set I have is the Curiosity Rover. Yeah, oh, that's cool. It's on Amazon, only a few bucks cheaper. Yeah. We built on this stream the space shuttle, which was really fun because it's a 3-in-1, and we've never done a 3-in-1 on the stream before, so that was really cool to be able to check that out and get a sense of how those work. All right, so we'll put this on like this. Then we want to put this on like that. Alright, getting our arms in there, and then we push this in like that. Alright. Just have to build our hand here. So we can do open hand or closed hand. We'll probably do closed hand, which is A33. Well, we can do both hands. Oh, that's great. So sometimes when you're building kits, the outside armor piece is the same, and you swap the interior like fingers part. And this one allows you to have both hands kind of be complete, which I appreciate. That's 33. So E10, E20. I very much appreciate that because it's basically like, hey, you can swap these a lot easier. I think that's cool. I like when they have options. I love the 3-in-1 says block. I got the shark one. It had a fourth build if you use their sight. That was fun. Ooh, I like that. There's even one more option than they told you if you went to the website. That is cool. I got the shark one. Oh, yeah, you said that. I got the shuttle set. I like to build the first thing, tear it down, the second forward. Yeah, we did all three, and it was very fun because the moon base had the rover had so many leftover pieces, which I thought was very funny. That was a fun set. I was happy to do that kit. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So we'll do the closed fist so that it can hold a weapon. And then this is the other side of it, which is the open fist, hand, palms extended. We'll touch that there. Yeah, so that's that. And I like that you don't have to swap this piece off between the two. You can just put that inside there. But yeah, that's our arm. We did all of this one arm, and now we have basically, we're going to do the other arm, which is identical to that one. So we'll put that there so you can see how it's looking. Same thing. So it's the same steps. I just have to remind myself how it works. So we don't need that. We need A2. We'll need C. We'll need I. We'll need B. We don't need that. Just looking at what we'll need to build this. This piece as well. Great. We're figuring it all out, folks. Making it happen. Just put them there. On the side. I got the shuttle. Oh, yes, you said that. Have you thought about getting into painting and weathering your model? So, I have so much respect for folks that can do those kind of things. That can paint. They can do that. I don't have the patience to do it in my life when I'm concentrating just on that. When I'm not also like running a stream and talking to people and kind of like talking about other things and all the other kind of things you get when you're a live streamer. I don't have the patience for it when it's just something I do. So I'm not a huge it's not something for me. I don't really have a good steady hand. Applying stickers is a thing that I didn't do when we started. I did it out of necessity, and now I'm trying to do more of it. Like, I don't even do the water-based ones, but I'm still trying to do decals and Lego and stuff like that. I never really liked them, and I'm mostly doing it. A lot of what I'm doing for that is out of, well, I'm building here. This is a thing we do. I should finish this and do it. But it's not like a thing that I set out to do. Weathering is a cool thing. I've always thought about maybe doing that. Like, that's kind of a thing that I would probably do if I was really low on kits. If like my backlog was completely restored and I suddenly didn't have kits to build or whatever, I might consider doing some weathering. Like, hey, learn as I learn, because I've done it for props. I've never done it for model kits. I've done it for props. I've done weathering for weapons and effects. There was a show that used to run at UCB years and years ago called Kilgore. It was a horror-themed musical Halloween show, comedy. that I worked on in the riggings department. I did a lot of riggings for that, and that was just like lots of fake blood effects and various ways for that to get on everybody. So I did some weathering and in my prop building days. Um, Dur says, I've streamed miniature painting. It's really hard to keep track of that and chat at once. Yes. So, what I think I would end up doing is I might do like a YouTube special where I work on some like paint and like either like slowly or I film myself with this gear painting something and then speed it up and then maybe like stop and start and talk about what I'm doing. Canadian Papa Bear is here. Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't like I said, I don't think I would want to do it even with people like without people around, because I'm just not confident in it. But it might be fun to do now and again. I should say that Xandra asked what my opinion on Brickline is. I'm gonna refresh my memory. I know what is that the Brickline. Is that the store that like? Oh yeah, okay, I do remember. Okay. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think like how's tonight's build going? It's going great. Thank you very much for checking in. I always appreciate that. We are working on the Love Phantom. Bricklink is Lego eBay. That's right. I knew the name of it, but I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, I mean, like I haven't used it because I'm not. That's not. I'm not in the market for stuff like that. I'm not. You know, there may come a time where I'm looking for a hard to find kit or a hard to find piece, and I have to do that. But that has not been my experience so far, so I haven't had to make use of it. They seem to have hard to find pieces, but I'm not used to it. Yeah, I mean, I think like it's not a service that I've ever used, but I know some people that have, and I've heard good things about it. See, 38 to 31. A131. That's why I couldn't find it, because it's on A1, not 231. That's going to be this one. Great, got it. Oh yeah, I have played around with various of those digital Lego things. It's pretty cool. Of like you kind of like figure out what pieces you need based on that. I think that's pretty cool. Uh, but yeah, otherwise things are going good. Canadian Papa Bear. I'm excited about this kit. Anytime I get to build a death scythe, I am on board. It's as we said, it has a scythe. It's not what this kit is about. But it does have a scythe, and we are, as always happy to build a model kit with a scythe on it. Also, it's got a cool color scheme, and like I said earlier, I do really like the purple. So, happy to work on a kit that has some colors that I like. I did assemble this wrong, though, even though we already did it once. So, now I get to see how easily I can pop this off. This wedge is getting kind of messed up. I might have to replace this wedge. I'm going to switch to a different tool here. Let's try this wedge here. Try this one. There we go. And yep, so I'm just going to pop this apart and then fix it. This is an iFixit tool. This is meant for taking apart smartphones. But years ago, you built the Heavy Arms Custom. Yeah, we did a high grade of that sometime last year because the master grade is incredibly expensive. And that's a fun kit. Both Heavy Arms are fun. Obviously, that one's probably even more fun if you really like building missile launchers. Block Samurai we're talking about Bricklink and said, I'll try them one day. Stare out on the distance. Yeah. At some point. I'm sure. We'll put that in there. And then we put this in here. Great. So we fixed that. That didn't take too long to fix. But yeah, I think this wedge is. You can kind of look at it. It should be sharp. It should be like it's kind of like bent and not that sharp here. You probably can't see that, but those are not expensive to get. But just having like tweezers, it's I haven't used them too much, but when I have needed them, they've been incredibly helpful to have. I'll say that. Uh, when you don't think you're gonna need it, and then suddenly it's like, oh, this would shit. I really fucking wish that I had a pair of tweezers right now. It's so nice. Oops, that came off. We didn't need that, so we'll put that aside. Alright, so we need to put this in here. Just make sure I'm putting it in the right way. Great. So that way our hand doesn't fall out when it's time to put the hand on. And we need 8213, C1. Okay. 8213. There. We already did this not too long ago. There's a $90 Metal Gear Rex kit on Amazon I super want. Ooh, yeah. I've never built a Metal Gear kit. There are a few kits, like shows out there that I would like to buy, build something from. We do have that. I do have that Transformers kit. It's it's a Bandai kit, and it is Optimus Prime. It's just the attack mode. It's just the robot form. It doesn't transform, which still feels weird to say that it's a Transformer that doesn't transform. But whatever, you do you. I'm sure it's still going to be a cool kit. But yeah, I like working on properties I haven't worked on before. We've built a lot of model kits, and I obviously love working on model kits. Like, do not get me wrong. Do not get it twisted. I love this very much. I'm super into building these kind of kits. And we've done some Dragon Ball stuff that's been very fun. I really enjoyed that. And we've done a lot of different kinds of Legos. Yes, it's a former, not a transformer. Also, thank you for saying former, because you could have went the other way, and that's inaccurate. Debatably inaccurate. There are Transformers who have identified as male, who then later identified as female, but most of them have had no gender identity at all, and then later identified as female. But because of the gender norm, they yes, indeed, lost light. But because of the gender norms, we decided that most Transformers are male identifying, because they have male voice actors, as in the United States. But then it gets even trickier, because in Japan, some of the voice actors are women doing male voices, because that is a thing that happens a lot in Japan. So it's you can't necessarily say that. But then also, gender is a construct, and fuck it, and these are Transformers. What kind of set have you found has the least amount of stickers? After the X-Wing, I need something with less stickers. So, Canadian Papa Bear, high grades don't have as much stickers as high grades have more stickers than master grades. Real grades don't have a lot of stickers at all most of the time. You should check like Gundam Planet, because sometimes they'll give a breakdown of all the parts included. But yeah, most often a master grade is not going to have a lot of stickers, or they'll just have some decals. Dragon Ball kits, the Dragon Ball Rise model kits, have usually just like the mouth or maybe the eyes, but Kitty and Papa Bear says, fun fact, Ratchet was supposed to be female, a G1, and named after Nurse Ratchet. Makes sense. As a nurse to have that be the nickname. But yeah, I mean, it's like, at the end of all of it, having female identifying Transformers is awesome. for a lot of people, and having cosmic, interesting beings that are, you know, not artificial AI, but are artificial AI, having them have conversations about gender identity is interesting and like a unique, cool way to do it. So, like, yeah, fucking why not? Uh, I have several Dragon Ball kits to build, so that gives me something to target next. Yeah, I like the Dragon Ball kits. Like I said, like when I built Krillin, Krillin had a mouth sticker and then the Kami House stickers for his gi, and that was it. Dur says I've been getting into Dragon Ball now, and now I want that Vegeta pod you and Dan were building. Yeah, that pod was actually easy to build. It's a big thing, but it was actually pretty simple to put together. There's a lot of big pieces for it. Um, yeah, I would say get a bigger. If you're gonna do a Dragon Ball kit, you should get like that. You get to do the big thing, but like the bigger body, like a Goku, like a Piccolo, like Cell. The smaller ones are fine, like Krillin and Kid Gohan, but oh, the Frieza pod, yeah. Um, the smaller people like Kid Buu, there's just not a lot of pieces. Like it's a really fast build, and it feels a little anticlimactic, because it's just like, oh, I'm done with that. Okay, you know. It doesn't have the quite the pop that a doing a bigger kit would get you. I do need to get that. I mentioned it before, but I have been thinking about picking up that Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just because it's so much hair. Here's a one tip about doing Dragon Ball. If you're doing a Dragon Ball action figure model kit, um, any hair that looks spiky is very spiky and pokes you and can be honestly weirdly sharp. It is surprisingly sharp, and you just have to be aware of that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it was a a weird surprise to be like, oh, ow, what the fuck? I just bought a Videl Funko Pop. Am I a bad person? Look, I don't like Funko Pops because I don't think that. I think most of them are put together poorly and cheaply. But if you like it, you like it. Like, uh, oh yeah, the God Vegeta is a good one. I built that. That's another spiky head one. Um, so like, I almost bought All Might because All Might has a mouth, and just the All Might Funko Pop just looks so cool that I was so tempted to just get it, and I didn't end up with it, but I really debated it because I do think it looks really rad. I also appreciate that they did Sleeping Yamcha, which is just dead Yamcha. They made a dead Yamcha Funko Pop, and I think that's really fucking interesting. And like okay, I'll give it to them for that. Sleepy Yamcha, quote unquote. It's a good bit of business. All right, so we're gonna do this. Look at this kit. We're already there, an hour in. The Shenron Pop. I haven't seen that. Got a cat dog Funko Pop. Yeah, Cold Scar. That's like a great idea. Yeah, you know what, Cold Star? You just gave the best argument for buying a Funko Pop I think I've ever heard. Where you said, "Where else am I gonna get cat dog merch?" Yeah, if it's something where it's like nobody else is licensing this product, I want this. Like, yeah, of course. That's the perfect reason to get something like that. Another good reason is I like it. If you like it, get it. Uh, yeah, I mean, like, look, I feel bad for all the people that put all their money into Funko Pops as like the only thing they were going to sell at conventions that are now dealing with the fact that not everyone that the bubble has burst a little bit, probably not all fully, but has burst some. So that's bummer. Oh, Lashbrook says there are Space Ghost Coast to Coast Funkos. Yeah. Yes, they're made a Duckman Funko, of course. Yes. Um, like there's definitely, sorry, real quick. There's definitely a bunch of kits, like products out there that you're like, yeah, if that's something you want, yeah, there might be the Beanie Babies. I don't know. Like I said, the bubble hasn't really super burst. It is. The exclusives are still people are still buying the exclusives and selling them on eBay. That's all I'll say. Um, Luckily, you're buying yours to keep. Yeah, don't buy them to resell them. Buy them because you want them. I mean, like, did I was I gifted a rare Funko Pop at San Diego Comic Con, which then I sold on eBay to help pay for my food expenses for being at San Diego Comic Con? Yes, I did do that. But that's only because the market was there, baby. I didn't acquire it to resell it. I was gifted it, had no need for it. Figured it out. I could sell it. The fact that there are Funko Pops worth 4 figures astounds me. Yeah, this one was not. This was 3 figures, but I got it for 0 figures, so it was pretty great. Hey, it's 10 p.m. It's time to take a momentary break. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everybody that's watching here in the chat. If you're not currently a subscriber, consider becoming a subscriber or bit or cheer. Subscribing helps a lot. You can use your Twitch coin, which if you have your Amazon Prime, you link it with Twitch. You get Twitch Prime. You get a coin you can use every month that acts just like real money. So I get the same cut for Twitch coins that I do for actual $5. Consider being a subscriber is a great way to help me here on the stream. Another way to help me is through Patreon. We're going to keep building. We're building to 11 p.m., but I do like to take a break during build streams and say, hey, jump on my Patreon. $1 a month, you get a Q&A video that's exclusive just to you. $5 a month. You get every video I make a day early. So I'm going to upload this tonight, and then tomorrow everyone else will get it. But this archive will go up tonight to Patreon. They on Tuesday they got the video I put up yesterday, like all that stuff. I have an Amazon wish list. This kit was bought by a Hungarian, so I could build it on the stream. If you don't see something that you'd love to see me build on the stream that's not on the Amazon wish list, let me know. I will take a look at it and maybe I'll add to it. I'm always up for that. We just added that Moon Gundam because that looked cool. I also have a coffee for direct donations. Coldstar just subscribed. That's a tier 2. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. We'll throw the Bear Cave emote in there. I'm going to throw both Bear Cave emotes. You now have access to the Bear Cave and the Bear Lego. That's also my Twitter icon. Done by Alexandra. Once again, of course, thank you, Alexandra. We are now back up to 50 subscribers, which is rad. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. But yeah, coffee in the same way that bits and cheers help me. Coffee goes in and all the money I make from Twitch and Patreon and coffee go into me buying model kits or equipment. I haven't needed to buy any equipment in a while. I'm probably going to buy, like I said, I'm going to get a new sponger because this one's not as sharp as I would like. So that'll be the money I make here. Urban Buddha, hello and welcome. We're taking the momentary break in the stream where I talk about stuff and how people can support me. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, all these links are in the show description, including my Discord. Get in my Discord. It's very laid back. Other people who watch these streams promote themselves. People post videos of stuff they're working on. I post photos that I take at the end of every stream of the progress I made in that stream. It's very chill and nice. And then one thing I want to say before we get into the second half of the stream is my Let Pat Play series, Viva Mod Vegas, is, so how do I describe it? So Let Pat Play is a weekly show, comes out every Monday, where I take a look at a different video game, and it's a Let's Play series, but it's called Let Pat Play, because I'm letting myself play games, because I'm recording it and talking about it. That's how it works. But Viva Mod Vegas is me looking at mods and cheats for Fallout New Vegas. I have done the second one that came out on Monday. I'm going to be doing 2 more. So all month of February, every Monday in February, I've done a different one. I don't know what I'm going to do in March, but I've had a blast doing this. And I think that people seem to like it. So the second one came out, and so check that out. That's it for plugs. A reminder, folks, because as we get towards the end of the stream, people drop off, which I understand. I am streaming tomorrow night, Friday night. I normally don't stream on Fridays, but 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time, which is my normal build stream time. I'm doing a build stream because on Saturday, starting at 8:45 p.m., I am going to watch the Anime Awards and co-stream the Anime Awards and kind of talk about it. So that should be fun. I hope people like it. That's going to be on Saturday. So I still wanted to stream 6 hours this week of building, so I'm doing my build stream tomorrow. So come and check that out. I think it will be pretty fun. It shouldn't be too long a show. I don't know how long it'll be, but we'll hang out. People can come and go on Saturday. But then tomorrow will be the normal build stream. It'll be on a Friday instead of a Saturday. Which hopefully will go well. So we're building the legs, which are identical with the exception of like how they lock into, the waist. So for these steps, we can just do them all at once, which is helpful. We need I, which is I6. And then we'll get another I6. But yeah, those are all the links. I think I said bits and, cheers and all that are helpful. And you can join the leaderboard there, get your name in lights. Laid back can't drag while super win everything. Yeah. We're hoping for Nadeshiko winning Best Girl. I think it's going to be rough because I think a lot of people really like Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, the girl from that show. But Nadeshiko is clearly a Best Girl because she's just awesome. But I feel like that's not going to win, which is probably the best bet for Laid Back Camp. And then Love is Hard for Otaku is definitely not going to win Best Opening Sequence, even though it is, because if you watch the opening song to Love is Hard for Otaku, it's an earworm. It gets stuck in your head. It's a really good earworm, and really fun. So that's my dark horse for that one. I have to go through. That's part of the waiting for the show to start kind of stream thing we're gonna do is kind of have a conversation about what categories we think are gonna win what and making predictions. I think there's I've got the list somewhere. Yeah, there's best animation and best opening sequence, best ending sequence. I'm actually surprised that. Well, one, I'm surprised that both FLCL endings ended up in there. Because really, I don't think either belongs there. Although I love the pillows. But, put the Darling and the Franks at the end theme. Because that one is cool. The Darling and the Franks, closing theme video made me want to see that show. That show that's just a high school show. I want to see that. There's best film, best character design, best boy. Look, we all know Honda-san is not winning best boy, right? We all know Honda-san's not going to win it. I'm fine with Midoriya. Deku's going to win best boy. That's fine. Nadeshiko's not going to win best girl. I'm okay with that. It happens. I don't care about best voiced English. Best protagonist is kind of cool. Rimuru has a shot, I think. I think people really do like That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. But, it's going to go to probably that Kagurui, the Compulsive Gambler show. Because lots of people like that fucking thing. I couldn't watch it. But a lot of people really liked it. And I have no idea what's going to win Best Fight Scene. There's some really fucking great fight scenes. I would love to see uh, Jiren versus Goku win, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, FLCL's Bad Show is a hot take from Durr. I like the opening to the show. I like the opening too. I just think that the two closings aren't great. I don't think FLCL, the new FLCL, is great at all. I think the original is very good and weird in a way that I like. And also, I think I said this, none of this is disrespecting to the Pillows, who are incredible. A Ride on Shooting Star is like, there's, ugh. All of their music from the first FLCL, I think, is just great. I think it's just so fucking good. Uh, Kagurui had one of the only openings I didn't skip on. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like. I like the intro talk at the beginning of um, Black Clover. I think Black Clover's like, a world and the Wizard King and all that. I don't think the song is particularly great. Uh, Overlord Season 2 opening was pretty good. I mean, Laid Back Camp's opening, I think, fucking rules. I think it's just so lively and fun and tells you everything you need to know about that show. Like, I think it really does, it does its job. I think it 100% tells you, this is a thing, this is what this show is. Get on board. Kanamari Tamasi re-roll for best anime. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't think the second opening is better than the first opening, because the first opening for Overlord is great. Um, Best continuing series is interesting. Um, there's some really good shows in there. I could see any of them winning. I don't think what I don't think One Piece is going to win, but I also don't know what would win. It says March comes in like a lion is not winning. I don't know. I like that show. I don't know what it's doing in that category. Uh, Anime of the year, no idea what's going to win that. Man, people really liked Hinamatsuri. People really, really liked that show, and I was just not into it. Um, I could see Momonga getting for Overlord for best antagonist, and I appreciate that they're not trying to say he's the protagonist. Uh, Akane from Gridman is a great dark horse because she's messed up. Oh wait, no, All for One's gonna win. Never mind, All for One's gonna win. Yeah, All for One is definitely best villain, best antagonist. Gotta agree with the opening for Life is Hard for a Taco. It actually was good. Yeah, Block Samurai's. Oh yeah. Dandra says, which I love, opening. You like camping? You like slice of life? You like Jackson 5? Then do I have an anime for you? Yes. That bass line is so great. That song charted in Japan, which I think is great. What is the farming anime again? I recall enjoying that. I don't. Oh, there is a farming anime. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, Life is Hard for Taku's opening is really fun and cute. I think it's really good. I've been saying this about Laid Back Camp when talking to people, that it makes camping seem so fun that tourism and camping around Mount Fuji increased because of the show. The anime was so good that people were like, I gotta get there. And that's unbelievable. Yeah, Zombieland Saga increased tourism to Saga, and people were really psyched about that. I think that's cool. That happens a lot in anime that really showcases those plays. But people are camping at Mount Fuji because that anime did such a good job, and people were like, oh, Well, fuck yeah. Let's go. That makes me so happy. Oh, I can't wait for more of that show. Dude, I super want to go camping. Yeah, I haven't been camping in a really long time. I have a sleeping bag. I think that's the only gear I own is a sleeping bag. Somebody left a sleeping bag that used to live here. All right, so I'm having trouble getting this leg piece together here. I think that is that right? Okay, I think I got it. It's gotta go like that. Okay, had a little trouble with it. I think I was trying to bend it in a way that it didn't want to bend because it's got more pieces to put in. All right, and then we gotta do A6 here, and then A26. All right, great. Urban Buddha says, I went camping once, fun time. I smelled like smoke all weekend from the campfire. Yeah, I understand. That happens. You know, honestly, like, well, we got 40 minutes left, so, who knows? But we might have finished this. This might continue on tomorrow. It won't be Valentine's Day anymore, but that's fine by me. Now I kind of wish we had started with the Nanaku and just finished the waste, but whatever. We'll get back to it at some point. And I got the Asteroid Red waiting for me to build, which we'll get to at some point. And then one thing I didn't mention is, so you can do a different head for this kit. They have it in purple, which is fun. And I don't know if we'll do at the end, but that is a cool element that they include in this kit. I once saw a snake catch a frog. Cold Star says, so behind on my kids, like 6 behind, really need to start working on them to get motivated. Yes! Well, here's your motivation. Get to it. Those kits aren't going to build themselves. They're fun and great, and if you've got the time, you should make the time. So it won't win any awards, but one of Xavier Woods' IG videos reminded me the OP for Yu Yu Hakusho is a jam. Yes. I mean, look, they don't include best background, or sorry, best extra on a Blu-ray re-release as a category in the Anime Awards. If they did, I would nominate that song, the first theme. Oh yeah, and then that weird thing where, the first Yu Yu I saw was in English, and then I went back and watched all the Japanese, and then kept going because they obviously they were very far behind. But a thing that I didn't realize was the English it's not a translation at all. It's a sound alike, and it's not even like it's not the same person. They just got someone else to sing like English lyrics that sound alike. It's a sound alike. It's so weird if you listen to both of them. It's very strange. But the English one is not a translation. Really weird. It will soon be Days of Chocolates on sale. That is very true. I'm not much of a chocolate person myself. Happy for you if you are. Just not my thing. Never has been, never, maybe never will be. But I do like a good Kit Kat now and again, so maybe I'll go and see if I can pick up a Kit Kat. Let's see, E1 there. Speaking of anime stuff, I'll probably talk more about it tomorrow. But I'll go through a few things that happened this week. So Black Clover, we met the real king. Yuno and Asta got recognized for being great. Stuff is coming. This is the like breather arc before things get serious again, and there's some big fights. So the animation's a little lower quality. There's not a lot of movement happening. There is a very funny moment where the guy that looks like Marilyn Manson, who whispers all the time, actually says something out loud, very loudly, which I think is a really funny gag. There's no one reacts to it, which is great because he always mumbles it quietly and people don't react to it. That he just like loudly is just like, wait, what? He's like, Nani? And it's like I thought it was very funny, and that the guy that doesn't talk, like something shocked him so loud that he had to be loud. Um, but yeah, I think it's a Black Clover. It's fun. It's fine. It's light. Um, the Marilyn Manson dude is my favorite. Yeah. Uh, I love him because he literally like is just like a weird dude that wants to make friends. Uh, and like I don't think anyone like talks to him really because they can't understand what he's saying, but he's trying so hard. Yeah, he just like loudly says like what, and it's like pretty funny. And then what else? I have look. I'm way behind on Boruto. Boruto is like 90 something episodes in. I watched a little of the beginning. You know, getting back into Naruto Shippuden and finishing that series was like a Herculean effort on my. It felt like so. I wasn't really ready to like time skip ahead to like Naruto's son and see what was up with that kid as he goes through school. But if you like shipping and fan fiction, there are some episodes of Boruto that are great because they are just pure like, hey, check out this couple that are older and are a couple now. Hey, check out their kid. That's pretty cool. Who the fuck? Who ended up sleeping with Rock Lee? How did that happen? That mystery has still not been solved yet. We do not know who ended up with Rock Lee. I mean, it's probably Tenten, but they haven't talked about that, so who knows? I don't know. Cause Metal Lee can do some ninjutsu. I gave a Keep It Up with Naruto. When I found out Boruto, I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Uh, if there's one thing I don't want to make an effort to do, it's watch Naruto. Hey, Sharks! Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. So this latest episode is Naruto running around trying to with his daughter try to get a Kuramane, which is basically like those dragons that you buy, like it comes in an egg and you have to love it and say nice things, and then the dragon hatches. So apparently they're doing that with Kurama, the fox spirit, and she wants one, which is very silly and fun. And so like it's them like trying to get this hard to find toy on Parent-Child Day, and it's just a cute day because you also like it's cute and fun, and you run into a bunch of characters from Naruto, and you get to see them be older. And it's just like, I don't know, it was really cute and nice, and I like that. It's just like, there's a lot of that, like, seeing some characters you knew be more grown up and interact with each other, and like Ten's like Ninja Tools shop, and like it's just fun. And then there's a shot of Naruto has a daughter. Yes, so it is basically Naruto Jingle all the way. So Naruto has a son and a daughter. His son is named Boruto, and his daughter is named Himari, because basically like after Hinata family name, basically. But it's very cute and it's fun, and this episode was good. Hey, I hated Naruto when I first started watching it, not knowing with this guy, but switched to subtitles and liked it a lot more. I think that Naruto's U.S. dub voice actor was trying to do like a young man, like with like who was like growing, like he was trying for something, but it always came off like Naruto smoked cigarettes in a way that always felt weird to me. Uh, I never really liked the dub voice. Yes, uh, Naruto's daughter is cute, and already has like the Bakugan, like already has the eyes and could do just Gentle Fist, and is already really strong because Hinata was really strong. and Naruto is clearly very strong. So the two of them have very strong kids. But yeah, it's fun to see the different children, and Shikamaru's kid is basically just like him, uh, which I think is funny. Like to the point of his catchphrase is also "What a drag," which is I think fun. Like I don't know, yeah, it's kind of cool to. I like that stuff. I think that stuff is cool and cute. It's not my favorite show, but I like what they're doing. Uh, this ramen tastes almost as good as cigarettes. Uh, Lashberg says I basically have no time to watch a shonen series like that anymore. Just give me the manga. I understand. Well, Zandra's taking off. Gonna go watch some anime. Goodbye, Zandra. Talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping in. We'll throw the Bear Cave and Lego and boats in there. Because Zandra made those. Thank you very much for stopping in. Always a pleasure. Alright. We're going to working on the legs here, then working on the ankles as well. So we'll do that. But yeah. So this episode was cute. If you watched a lot of Naruto and you want to see some of the kids be older and whatever, and now that they're young adults and teens and all that, I think it's pretty fun to check that out. Let's see. Black Clover, like I said, cute episode, fun. The Rise of the Shield Hero. The harem continues. We knew it was going to be a harem show. As I've said in the past, I can't recommend the show to anyone. I don't think it's good. I'm waiting to see if it gets interesting. I don't think it will. But there's always something just cool enough that I'm into. They're doing they got this big bird, this chocobo looking thing. Well, it turns out she's a queen of her species, and they can mimic humans. So she can transform into human, and they have to go on this big old dumb quest to get an item they need to make clothing, because every time she transforms back into a bird, she rips whatever clothing she was wearing as a human, because it's a big bird and a little young lady. So they got to have magical thread that transforms with her, and they go on the quest, and it's all right and whatever, and kind of interesting. There's always interesting things about the show, just enough to keep me watching, even though I don't think it's good, and I couldn't recommend it. But I don't know. There's something about it. I think those are the three shows I want to talk about. Rise, Boruto, Black Clover. Monday I talked about Mob Psycho. Mob. I didn't see it coming. I did not see that I knew that I would like Mob Psycho season 2, but I didn't think that I didn't know, because I don't read the manga. I don't read the manga of it. So I didn't know that it was going to be so focused on his growth, Mob's becoming more and more attempts at becoming a well-rounded individual. I did not see that as a possibility, and it's very interesting. Fundamentally starting to try to have to understand, does he are spirits inherently evil? Are some of them just not ready to go and travel and go on? And what does that mean for him and his abilities? There's a lot of gray and standing up for himself. And is he going to keep doing that, or is he going to ever use his powers to make it easier? The girl that has a crush on him. There's a bunch of stuff happening that's really interesting. Urban Buddha says, I'm 3 episodes into Mob Season 2. It's great. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's good. I'm surprised how good it is. I was really looking forward to it, and it's not disappointing. I also love that it means that my Monday afternoon is Mob. On Mondays, I watch Mob, and I watch That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. And, like, Slime, that was a really, like, I thought that battle was going to take several episodes, and it did not. This big old battle that I thought was really going to drag on for the series just kind of, like, figured itself out pretty quickly. It was still good, but I was surprised. Um, that show is still quality. Still enjoy it. Still would recommend uh, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime, especially if you're like intrigued by the travel to another world with knowledge of your world kind of show, but aren't looking for like a harem kind of thing. Like there are female characters, but like it's generally gags here and there. It's not the main thrust of it. It's not like some of the other isekai shows that came out last season. So, yeah, overall, I'd still recommend it. All right. Okay. So we're still working on this kit. This kit is a little more complicated than I thought it would be. I gotta sleep. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thanks, Igarian. You too. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for picking up this kit off my wish list so we could build it for Valentine's Day. Really appreciate that. Uh, I'm working on Dragon Ball Super and keeping up with Giant Bomb videos. And have 2 Tetrises now to eat the rest of my time. Totally understand, Dur. It's a lot. And then... Okay, so we're going to do that. Totally fit as far as we go. Finally watching the saga of... Tanya the Evil. That was something. Yes! That's a definitely an interesting... The comparison you make between those two shows is that it is an adult male being reincarnated, where a lot of these shows, these traveling to another world, are teens or even like younger. Like Dog Days, the kid's like 8 or something. Just so weird. But most of those shows, they're like younger people. So it is interesting when you have someone who's older, or they're like stunted, like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. That guy was in his 20s, but he was emotionally very young. So it was like the same thing. But yeah, Tanya is odd. That's an odd show. That is definitely something, some kind of show. I think the animation is really well done. I think the fight scenes are engaging, and the fact that like, you know, soldiers on a broom or a flying gun, I didn't think would be interesting, but that is. So, I just never know how to feel watching it. Love the action, the story. It's just who writes this? Yeah, I know. And it's also like anybody who calls their home the motherland, like part of you has to be like, ugh. It's hard to be like, yeah, go Tanya. Ugh. And maybe we need that in anime. There's no rule that says you have to love the main character. Yeah, that you have to like fully support the main character to like a show. Like that's just a thing. You don't have to really respect or engage with or be interested in the well-being of the main character to like the show that they're in. But it does feel weird. It does feel weird when you're like, huh, I guess kill all those guys? Huh? Yeah, it's weird. Alright, so we're going to put in there, that goes in like this. Working on our legs here. I hope they make more of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. I haven't really followed that series. I haven't been paying attention. The upcoming shows I'm most interested in are I am. Oops, why is this? Why is this being weird? I'm very interested in uh, One Punch Man season 2. Um, there's some stuff that could happen with that show that I would be interested in seeing where it goes. Um, yeah, I like so. Yeah, I'm definitely you know kind of like okay. Let's see what happens with more that and the manga is so good right now. Oh, cool. Um, yes, yeah, One Punch Man. I've heard good things. I haven't, that is not a thing that I don't really read a lot of manga, but or any of this these days. Uh, but I have heard good things about it, so I would like to eventually maybe take a look at it. Uh, but yeah, there's a few series that I'm like excited about. The new, I think I can't remember when it's coming out. Maybe it's April, but it might be later this year. The new Fruits Basket, because I really liked that first anime, and it just kind of ended. So I would be up for watching a new season of it, or a new, completely new story, not new season, complete new take on it. So that sounds cool. I'm up for that. The idea that there's like a family that people in the extended family take on the characteristics of animals from the zodiac to the point that they are often that they can transform into them. And then the black sheep of the family is that every couple generations or every once in a while, someone is a cat, which is not the zodiac animal. Uh, yeah, it's an interesting show. And then also the homeless orphan who gets taken in and is our frame of reference of like the every person being like, wait, what? What's going on? It's a pretty cool show. So I'm excited for Fruits Basket. And then of course, sometime this year we're supposed to get more Laid Back Camp season 2. Supposed to be this year, so I'm excited for that. Uh, there's another movie. Uh, yes, there's another movie in the what the hell is the name of that show? Oh, there's a anime, and I can't remember the name of it. But there's another movie in that genre that I remember being excited about. It'll come to me. Uh, but it's another like isekai, like guy who didn't know there was a world of magic finds out there's a world of magic, and oh weird, he's good at it. Show. But there's another movie of that looks pretty cool, and I can't remember the name of it. And that's all right. That's fine though. But yeah, there's a few anime things coming out that I was like tentatively excited about. We'll see what happens with them. I mostly stopped watching anime after watching Fruit Basket. The last few episodes made me super angry because of how much was left unaddressed in the plot. Yes, it did not. So one of the things that happens with shows is they catch up to the manga, and then they either make up their own decision about what happens in the show, or they just go off the air for months and months, or they create filler. Something like Bleach, which has like hundreds of episodes of stuff that isn't in the manga, or shows that just ended for a long time and then maybe came back. An example that I've given, I just knocked a piece to the floor and I don't know where it went, so that's fun. There's a rubber piece. Now I have to see if I can find it, so I'll keep talking while I look, but you're going to see me looking at the floor. Oh, I found it. Great. I mentioned before Flame of Recca, which is a show I really love. They knew the show was ending. They knew they weren't getting picked up. They didn't know how the show ended. So they just murdered a character. And that character does not die in the manga. So that's really fucking weird. It's a really weird choice to make. They were just like, yeah, all right, well, whatever, we'll just kill him. Yes, the first Full Metal. Yeah. So like, it's tough when those shows like Bleach has a lot of fucking filler in it, and there's shows that just like end for years and then come back because they're waiting for the manga to catch up. Like, in some instances it's interesting because they're able to do some things they couldn't do previously because they have all the knowledge of the manga. Like, we're talking about talking about Naruto. A thing that happens in Naruto in the manga or the anime is that Hinata is in the background of a bunch of extra shots that she wasn't in the manga because it was decided because it made sense to have her in the background kind of watching Naruto because that's what she fucking does is watch Naruto. So like, it was easier then to later add that back in, and it adds to the characterization and all that, and we get a sense of who she is a little bit better because of that, which wasn't like necessarily a thing that the mangaka was thinking about when he was drawing it. So like, sometimes it's interesting. Uh no manga to follow solution. Game of Thrones the cast. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, mostly it was because they were just ending the series. But then there's even something like uh what do you call it? Hunter x Hunter ended up doing some OVAs that they didn't really handle too great, but then they just did the whole series again later, which is probably the best version of that is when you're just like, and now the show again. So the 2011 Hunter x Hunter is just like through a bunch of stuff and then farther than the first Hunter x Hunter because they can just keep going. But they don't have to do it like an OVA style made for TV, which is helpful. I'm going to really quick check this. Sorry, weird question that I don't have a proper answer to. A friend of mine tweeted me, but whatever. Yes, Hunter x Hunter Kai. Yeah. Yeah, the remake of Hunter x Hunter I really like. You know, some of it's not as gritty as the original. There are parts that people were bummed about. Sometimes you get Piccolo trying to get a driver's license. Yes. Uh, Skull Scar. Yeah. Like, yeah. Sometimes you get, or like the Heavens tournament in Dragon Ball Z. That fighting tournament isn't, but that's not bad. I mean, it's way better than the Garlic Jr. shit. That wasn't, but like the Heavens tournament, I think is like a fun bit of filler. Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z filler isn't bad at all. I mean, some of it is, like I said, but some of it's not bad. Uh, yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's just awful. There's like there's a whole filler in Naruto about Sakura that ends with Naruto coming in to save the day, and then she learns like a new move, but because it's the anime, and not the manga, she doesn't use it anymore. It's like, okay, that's early Naruto. It's like, oh, cool. That was a waste of time. Yeah, so sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is just weird, and you hope that you get the good filler, which is just like filling out some story stuff. Uh, like I said, right now we got Black Clover is in downtime. I like that show a lot, but it is in definite like building to something big happening, but nothing's happening right now, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. All right. Goes there. A1 right here. Yeah, we're definitely going to be continuing this on tomorrow. Because, yeah, we're not finishing this up today. I thought we might, but it is, it is definitely, this is definitely going to keep us going. Like we did the legs, we're doing the waist now, but we still have some weapon stuff to do. The Love Striker, which is like the shield weapon system. It won't take us too long, probably tomorrow. We'll get through a lot of it, but it is gonna take a little bit of time to do all this. Yeah, is there any filler that y'all like you remember from anime that you're like, oh no, but this was cool? Because there is some stuff that I remember liking. Like I said, the Heavens Fighting Tournament I thought was pretty cool. Uh, always thought that was kind of a neat bit of business. Goku fighting a bunch of aliens, fighting that not Piccolo guy. Let's see. 5. And A1 and B26. Was a filler in Naruto with a lady that did crystal jutsu stuff I liked? I think so, yeah. There was a, yeah. This is Gundam for Love Fist, the hair metal band from GTA Vice City. Haha. I could see that, yes. But yeah, I mean, they're like traditionally people are always down on filler, but sometimes filler can be good if the folks know what the show that they're watching is and all that, and know what they like about it. And there's always stuff that gets cut that you like that you love, and I understand because you love it, and you can't believe they didn't include this one thing and they didn't do this. I mean, there's a whole character in Overlord apparently that they just haven't that they skipped, and like maybe they're gonna just skip her forever or use her later. But there's some weird stuff where they like skipped a section. I just dropped a piece. Now I gotta try to find it. It's gold, so I should be able to find it, but it's also on the floor. I had a good track record here where I wasn't dropping anything, and then now I am dropping things again. All right, well, I'll find it probably after because I'm almost done here anyway. So I'll move on for now, but I'll come back to that piece. B126. It was just part of the body here, so I will find that later. Yeah, Abido sisters. Yeah, yeah. There's a whole character that just hasn't been really introduced. It's weird. All right. All right. Yeah, basically there's a piece, the gold piece here I dropped. Now I'm going to find it eventually, and I will find it. I just won't find it now. And then we can put on our legs here. Need to get a smaller floor so it's harder to lose pieces. Yeah, I mean, that's one way. But yeah, I will find that piece. And then I got to put the side pieces on here. But the frame is pretty much done. But yeah, this is the difference between 100 and 144. This is the kit that we skipped ahead to work on this because of um, the fact that it's loosely related to Valentine's Day because it's the love uh, phantom. So it is loosely related to what we're doing here, to the holiday. But yeah, that's the difference between the 1/100 scale and the 1/44 scale. It's a lot. I mean, this looks like an action figure compared to the other kit, which looks like a model kit. But yeah, we'll keep building on this. We got to do the backpack thing, the Love Striker, and all that. I think I'm going to call it early. I've got another stream tomorrow to do, and I have to find this piece on the floor. So thanks so much for hanging out with me here at the Build with Bear workshop. And joining me for model kit building and all that. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be back. I'll be finishing. We're going to jump back to this and finish this kit, the Nadaku, because I really want to finish that up. Then we'll jump back to the Love Phantom, finish it up. We've got more to do. And then maybe we'll go to Astro Red, but I don't know. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, tomorrow, build stream, Saturday Anime Awards. We'll start at 8:45 and do some pre-stuff and talk about the categories and all that. And I will see you next time on the Build with Baer workshop. Bye-bye.